I think first of all, I thought our defense played pretty well here in the first half. Ultimately we struggled all night offensively to generate anything consistently against them, and defense kind of wore out. It's unfortunate the first touchdown. I thought we had some opportunities to get them on the ground. We weren't able to. Momentum swung in their favor, and we just could not get a first down to change any of the field position and change any of the momentum. But ultimately we didn't coach well enough for this ball game, clearly, and we didn't play well enough to win. They were the better team. They won the game. They controlled the game. So, we've got to find a way to get our players in position to perform when the ball game gets kicked off. And tonight, obviously, our inability to do that showed itself, and we got beat, and that's unfortunate.
Raise your hand if you have a question. Start with Brian.
Steve, why is this team lost? They look lost. Why is that?
I guess that's your opinion, not mine. I feel like we've battled our butt off for really the whole ball game. It wasn't about effort, and that was a good football team. The first half of the game, I thought our defense played well, gave us opportunities. We went into halftime with the lead, came out of the locker room, and whether it was not making the proper adjustments, whether it was our inability to get them on the ground or inability to get a first down, they got control of the ball game and really controlled the entire second half.
Chip, go ahead.
Steve, obviously you made the quarterback change. What did you see from Casey? And then did you think of going back to Casey?
I just felt like we needed a spark. We just weren't in rhythm offensively at all, especially in the passing game. I felt like we needed a spark. I thought, HUD deserved the opportunity to go. And once we went with HUD and we got going there late, I was just more of the mindset of let him play it out and let him get that opportunity to play it out. It did cross my mind, but ultimately stuck with Hudson.
Danny.
I know it's early, but is there an update on Bijan's status?
Not as of yet. I'll let you guys know on Monday. I think it was somewhat of a stinger issue that arose. But we don't have anything significant. What exactly it was. So as of right now, that's what it was.
And then secondly, that's 2 straight weeks where you guys have had a receiver throw a touchdown on a trick pass against you. Is that coaching? Is that lack of execution by your team? Combination of all?
I don't know. We told him the exact play that was coming, and it worked for him. So that part's unfortunate.
Cedric.
Oh, Casey, was it just didn't have it tonight? Was it something physical?
No, it wasn't physical at all. It felt like his thumb was good. I mean, it hasn't been 100% for the guy here for some time. It didn't feel comfortable to me for whatever reason tonight with him. And like I said, sometimes you got to make the change, try to provide a spark, and I thought we were able to do that. We had one nice drive there to score in the second quarter. But overall, this was not about Casey was the reason we didn't play good tonight. This was overall offensively our lack of execution, and obviously the game plan wasn't good enough to perform.
What was your message to this team? You guys need a win. I mean, this thing is getting crazy.
Well, I think in the end, football really parallels life, and in life, sometimes you don't get the breaks that go your way, and you work hard and you try to do all the necessary things and the right things to put yourself in position to have success in life. Sometimes it doesn't go your way. And the one thing in life which can get you in trouble is when you start getting down on your luck and your dauber starts to drop and you start to feel sorry for yourself. That's a dangerous place to go. And football is not very different. And, we create our own luck. We create our own opportunity through hard work. And that's what we're going to do. I don't know any other way to do it than that. And so, we don't have time for feeling sorry for ourselves. This has been a long month of some grueling losses, as we all know. And our guys continue to come back and fight back. I felt like in the second half tonight, it all kind of added up on us where, as much as we've been fighting back and overcoming, I think it added up there late in the third into the fourth quarter. And I felt for our team because that's a lot to withstand it wasn't just about tonight's game. I felt like this has been a month long of some tough losses that they had to endure, and then ultimately it kind of mounted on us there late in the third quarter.
Nick?
Yeah, Steve, it kind of felt like Hudson was maybe growing a little more jittery as the game wore on. Did you sense that? What was your message to him? Obviously, coming in on a hostile road environment.
Yeah, I did. I was, again, I was just trying to get him to settle his feet down, trust what he saw. I think that's one of the things when you almost think there's pressure sometimes and there's not. And when you have really good vision and you trust your reads, you get the ball out in a timely manner. And it just wasn't coming out as timely as we would have liked. Now, we had a couple broken routes where guys ran the wrong routes, and now all of a sudden, when the play breaks down, you try to create. But needless to say, I think the experience for Hudson was good. We'll reassess that position moving forward next week.
Onward?
Coach, in these 4 straight losses, have you seen a common thread, with this team? Is there something that you're seeing continuously that you said this is what we got to focus on?
Well, I think a couple things. I touched on it last week. We've lacked consistency in the passing game offensively. Clearly, we can't be a one-dimensional offense where all we can do is run the ball on a consistent basis, because if that's all you can do, then they gear up to try to stop it. So we've got to try to find a way to some consistency in the passing game. I think inevitably defensively, when the ball spits to the second level, we've got to find a way to get people on the ground. Now, I got to look at the tape to find out if there were any other issues with gap control and things. But, even the first touchdown, we didn't feather the speed option great. The ball got to the second level, and it felt like we had 3 or 4 guys that had an opportunity to get them on the ground, and we didn't do it. So if we need to tackle more, that could be something defensively to look at. But all those things will be, assessed and then addressed here tonight, tomorrow, and then Monday.
Brian?
So, Steve, just for clarity, you guys were up 7-3 and then had 27 unanswered points. At any point, did you feel that the guys quit?
No, not at all. I felt our guys continued to fight, and I appreciated that about that, because that's hard, that's hard. And I felt like we stood tall. Clearly we were getting nicked up and banged up, and some guys that are good players for us, and other guys, stepped in and played. We give up a trick play for a touchdown, the speed option. But ultimately, we got a couple stops in there, and we just couldn't generate enough offensively to where you keep putting your defense on the field. Ultimately, that's going to take its toll on you. But I don't think it was for lack of effort and lack of competing.
Got one last one, Joe?
What was your message in between that third and fourth quarter, kind of the last point where you kind of get the team, try and get it going, and is it kind of repetitive at this point? You're kind of saying, are you saying the same thing?
Well, that was more about our pride. I wanted to make sure that we recognize the name on the front of our jersey and the name on the back of our jersey, and we needed to play with pride there in the fourth quarter. Clearly, it was like we were a boxer up against the ropes at that point, and we needed to fight our way out. There was no other way to do that but to do that, and that was really the message at that point.